today's vlog. My name is Kayla, also known as Kayla Fit. I'm competing for summer shredding. Right now I'm about 10 weeks out or so, something like that. I don't know. You can check that. We are hitting a push workout today. Shoulder or chest focus?
Shoulder.
Okay, shoulder focused. And we're gonna be training with my coach, also my business partner. So we're gonna get into a Q&A after in regards to just how we started the business, answering questions about me and how he's coached me, stuff like that. But right now, I am getting ready with my pre-workout. We have an OG mango margarita, Legend by Ghost, one of my absolute favorites. I just recently opened this because I kind of kept it on stock and just didn't want to open it, but we went for it. So that's what we're drinking today. This is not available anywhere, so sorry about it. You missed out on it, it's unfortunate. 3 ice cubes. Actually 4, these are kind of small. This is the only time I'll do 4, okay? Shake her up. Let's make our intra-carb really quick. All right, different flavor today because I'm stealing it from Dan's fridge. We have Arctic Blitz. I have no clue what that tastes like. The color is really pretty. Let's drink a little off the top. I wish I could describe that for you, but I can't. How would you describe this?
I have no idea.
I don't know how to, it's weird. I'm not really sure, but all right. I already pre-mixed creatine, so 1 teaspoon of creatine, which is 5 grams, right? I think like a scoop and a half or 2 scoops of Ghost Mango Aminos. So that's already prepped in here. That's what we're gonna put in our full calorie Gatorade, okay? This is our intra-carb. If you've never used an intra-carb, I highly recommend trying it out if you have the carbs to spare, or if you just don't track. I mean, it's gonna be bomb. It's definitely gonna fuel your workout a lot better. I mean, do you want to give your insight on why I'm doing an intra-carb in prep?
Well, it's just going to help with your recovery. That's the biggest thing. More energy, more ATP recovery. So, in general, just better performance.
You heard it here first, kids. From the coach, the man, the myth, the legend himself. So then we shake and bake. And now, I think I'm drinking a green apple Gatorade. This is going to be an interesting taste. The mango with Arctic Blitz, but... All right, that's it. Let's go drive to the gym. Okay, and I'm trying out this lion's mane. Apparently it's just supposed to give you really good focus, similar to it has an Adderall would. I've never taken Adderall in my life, personally. This is a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. I can go out of the back of my throat. You think I would be really good at doing daily domes by now, but I feel like I'm just getting worse. I don't know what's wrong with me. I forgot pump. There's no pump! Your famous spot.
Yep.
This is where he parks every time. Excited?
Sure am.
It's his first day back in the gym for 2 days off. He had a massage the other day, so. That's the first time. Well, that's the second time I've tried 50s, but that's the first time I like got like a solid decent amount of reps. I got like a solid 4 reps. Ended up getting 7 total reps, but we have to kind of get the rest of them, so whatever. Gym bros, like young college kids, they're all wearing Crocs and like sandals. Is this like a cool thing to do? Like, why are we working out in Crocs and sandals? Is that like a fuckboy thing? Like, I don't really understand. I kind of want to go ask some of these kids why they're wearing it. Must be the cool new thing to get chicks these days. That's a wrap on the workout. I just honestly went in the bathroom and took videos and selfies, as you can see, and he finished with some HIIT workout. He just started cutting today. Welcome to the cutting phase. I'm over 3 weeks in, and we look crazy. I'm stoked. I think we're gonna be really fucking shredded.
Yeah, we'll play it week by week.
Sick. He said hopefully. Love that. Love to hear that. I am here. Hopefully it's not too windy. There's some spurts of wind here and there, but me and Dan are gonna be answering some questions that I asked you guys. I put on Instagram, ask me and Dan some questions basically about like online coaching and prep and stuff like that. What was the main reason you wanted to start a business together? Do you want me to start with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so in regards to like starting a business together, my fitness journey started when I met him. His like Instagram, like he was always on like into fitness like way before I was, and I got him to start his Instagram. So like we kind of like both tailored off of each other and like gave each other, like pushed each other in different directions and helped each other in so many different places. And so we then started dating three months or so after we met.
Yeah.
And from there we dated for a long time, and that built us kind of building out a business. So we both had the same passion. It made sense for us to kind of both dive into this together, and then opened up our company, Authenfit LLC, in 2019, June or July of 2019. July. Yeah, it was very slow for a while. We picked up really fast initially, and then we were doing training in person. That was all we were really doing. We did some online coaching, not a ton. And then from there, it led to us like really doing just online, pushing away from being in person. And now it's crazy to think where we're at now compared to where we used to be, because we used to sleep on the floor and we had nothing, and we barely even made rent and paid our bills. But yeah, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, we used to work at gyms. That was like our starting point, just as every personal trainer should be.
Yeah.
And, we just kind of got tired with the corporate structure. Like we love, the passion about helping others. We wanted to do that, but it just wasn't a right fit, because with a corporate structure like that, like the only thing they care about is money. Like they don't care about, whether or not they're helping the people, and that's what we genuinely cared about. So we're like, why don't we just open up our own thing? And we did.
Exactly.
So we were able to help people how we wanted to, and charge them an affordable price, that wasn't sky high that most people couldn't afford. So it definitely played both sides of the spectrum. So
yeah, so I would say I think, could we have both done it without each other 100%, but doing it as a team together, utilizing both of our knowledge, utilizing both of our platforms, like that really is what expedited the process of our business and our company, was doing it together.
Because she's obviously a lot more good with social media, and I'm just a lot more when it comes to anything pertaining to human body. That's my passion, about learning about that type of stuff, and anything, pharmacology, physiology, biomechanics, like that's my thing. Like I just love learning about that, and that's why I spend so much time, like hours a day, just studying. And she's so good at social media, so it was just a great collab.
Yeah, so basically that was like, it was like having two different, like you hiring someone that you needed to help your business grow. So like basically, if you are looking to start a coaching business, there's things you're not going to be good at, and that's okay. But hire people or find other people who are good at those things, and that's going to make your life way easier, and your company can grow a lot faster. So, yes. What qualities should you look for in a fitness coach? So I started last time. You want to start with this one?
Sure. So, I'm actually very specific about this type of stuff, because, there's, as you guys already know, like there's a lot of nonsense in the fitness industry, and there's a lot of things that people preach that are wrong, and it's just, it's not just that, but there's not a lot of passion out there either. So, I tell people, like, first off, you got to look for a coach that's genuinely passionate about helping others. So you'll notice that through the way that they coach people, what they represent, like if they're humble or if they're like have this elitist mentality, like you'll notice that, you can definitely tell from their posts, from just the person that they are. So keep an eye out for that. That's the biggest one. Also make sure that they can get people's results. So if you go on their page and you go on their stories or whatever, if you're hiring like someone off of social media, like Instagram, for example, make sure they have, transformations, things that they can show that they've gotten people results, and not just, they have all this knowledge information, but they can't actually apply it to people. So that's another big one. And then also, practicing what you preach. That's another big one I notice a lot of coaches aren't doing. And that kind of lowers the value as well, because like if you're preaching to your clients that you should be doing X, Y, Z, but you're not doing it, then I feel like, all that opinion and, that idea of like what you should be doing, it doesn't apply to yourself. So it's like, I feel like that's completely irrelevant,
My big thing also is like, all of those are really important, but another thing is making sure you click with the coach. Like if you don't fuck with the coach, like if you don't like the coach, you don't like who the coach is, you don't stand for what they stand for, you're not going to do well. It's not going to work. So make sure that that's something as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. Tips on trying to become a coach or starting your business. So first off, you're going to need a name for a company, or actually you're going to need a passion.
That's the first and foremost.
Yeah.
If you don't have a passion for helping others, then it's not going to take you anywhere. Like, yeah, you'll probably be amazed by like the small amount of money you can make, but if your ethics are there and you care about people more than anything and you just want to help, like the money's going to come, so that's not something you shouldn't be worrying about. Like, it's just first and foremost passion. If you have that, everything else will just kind of come along with it. So.
Yeah, so I would say obviously that's a huge one. And then you're going to need to start a business. So you're going to have to you need a business license. You need whether you're opening up an LLC. There's a lot of stuff there. I hate that. It confuses me. But we have an LLC. That was like the best option we were told to go with. Now as we grow, we're going to be looking at a lot of different things, because we're going to be having different like partnering companies under the company. So that's a whole nother thing. But those are like the biggest things that you are going to need to get started. Also, having a following and having numbers does help. You need to be likable. You need to have knowledge. You need to be able to prove results from clients, like we talked about earlier. So a huge thing that we did, I would say starting off, obviously, I was a big test dummy for Dan. He did a lot of different things with me. He controlled my calories, my macros in the beginning. He did all of that for me, helped transform my body. He did that for himself for years, So I think that just playing around with that, learning, applying it to friends and family and all of that, and kind of trying to transform their body and learn from those things. Like, you can study a book all day long. You can get your certification all day long. But if you don't know how to take that information and actually apply it to a client, you will never, ever make it in this world. And we learned that through all the months and years, and being where we're at now.
Yeah, you'll in the beginning, I mean, as long as, like I said, if you have a passion for it, you'll learn it, and knowledge kind of comes along with it. So if you genuinely want to help people better, then you'll go out of your way and start studying more about it, right? You'll look at all the clinical data, like how the body works, all that type of stuff. And once you get that on point, then, once you feel comfortable enough that you know your body very well, but you feel like you can apply that to somebody else, you're going to have to start off with the basics. You'll have to either coach like a very good friend of yours that will trust you with their health and fitness, just do it for free, or maybe like a family member, whatever, and just get good results with them. And it's basically, they're just, you're doing it for free for them, but the results that you get with them, you can use that as marketing for yourself. So you have to start somewhere, but it's very slow in the beginning. But once you start getting those results and you can prove to people that you can do this, that's when it starts building very fast. So
yeah, so like with us, again, it was very, very slow, very, very, very slow for a while. And then I had a couple TikToks blew up, and from there, boom, the business blew up, and we've been steady ever since last June or July of 2020. That's when I had a TikTok, and that's when that blew up. And then literally we've been smooth sailing ever since. We've been doing great ever since. We've been learning so much, and taking the knowledge we learned from our clients, applying it to more clients. And it just takes time. But the problem here is a lot of you guys watching this are you want it and you dream it and you think about it, but you don't have the consistency. You don't actually go through the struggle and the hard parts, because it gets hard and it gets challenging. And you can't give up. You just have to keep consistent. And that's anything that you do in life, whether it's your fitness journey, whether it's starting a business, non-fitness related, whether it's going to school, whatever the fuck you're doing, you need to be consistent. Otherwise, you will never succeed. Ever. You will never, ever succeed. All right, last question, not business related.
Just a fun one.
A fun one that we got a couple questions, the same questions about it. Basically asking us what we think about the whole chlorophyll thing on TikTok with health benefits, etc. Dan's gonna answer this one.
Well, I see people using it and preaching it. Obviously, I've seen articles and anecdotal evidence that people try to use it for skin use, cancer prevention, just overall like antioxidant purposes for oxidization. So overall, I mean, you know, these are just like the people that have claimed that it's helped with that. It's just anecdotal evidence. There's no real clinical data on it. So like everything that I've seen and everything I've researched, just it doesn't show any real support in research for that aspect or any of those real health aspects to it. So I genuinely haven't seen anything. Maybe, you know, I could be wrong, but like I said, I've looked at it pretty thoroughly and there's nothing I could find at all.
Just someone, a normal person, adding something into their diet and saying, wow, this did wonders for me. But really, there's nothing that's controlled in a study with chlorophyll.
Who knows? I mean, if they do enough research in it, you know, within the next 6 months, year, a few years, you know, if there's anything that pops up, like I'll know about it. But right now, there's nothing to really support it. So
no chlorophyll.